Welcome to 50 Plus Home and Gardening. Plants are the best way to make a difference in your yard. And the second thing is mulch. Mulch is a grand way to make a big splash in your yard. Today we're going to work on some mulch and some different colors of mulch so that it kind of pops some areas that we want to emphasize and where you would walk. So we're going to do some different colors in this little yard area. It's a little bit blasé right now, but we're going to make a big impact on how it looks in the end. So let's get started. Part of this bed I decided to do the walkway. And so I'm going to do it with red mulch just to make it kind of stand out. I had brown, and brown. So now I'm going to do red mulch and see if I like it. I don't think I want gravel or anything because that's kind of slippery, and this is going down a pretty good hill. All right, here's what it's looking like so far. That is 4 bags, and you can see, let's see if I can stand back. You can see how far I got. I may only need 4 to 5 more bags, and I would have the pathway at least. But if I want to do that big area way down there, that's probably going to take 8 bags down there, more. So I'm going to see if I like this. Follow the red brick road, but it's not bricks. It's just mulch. And we'll see how long it'll take before this mixes. Sometimes a squirrel will dig over to here. So my California friends, I know you have rocks that are brown and blue and really pretty things, but once a squirrel likes to dig, yeah, it's impossible to keep it separated. So I'll see how long and how pretty. This looks pretty good. I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay. And coming up here, ooh, I like the red. Isn't that nice? Makes a big difference. 4 bags, and I'm ready to do more, but not this week. This is another day. We're coming back on the path. That looks really good. I have more bags of red mulch, but I'm actually going to do these on my own. I had all the help that I needed to get me started. Jeff really wanted to help because he wanted to see how this was going to look, and he loves it. If everybody in the family loves it, then that's a good thing. So I have 6 bags. I'm going to see how far I can get. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to rake the old mulch and put it in the beds over both sides. And so I'll be raking all of this down to probably around there. I think that's about all 6 bags will do. And I need to remove this phlox. This took me a little over 5 to 10 minutes, and this is probably a couple of bags worth, but I got this huge pile, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hide those are all the drip system in that bed. So I'll just put some mulch on there and keep going. I think I'm going to get gloves because I'm working with this rake. I was just getting anxious and I just didn't plan. And I think I'll get a broom to just sweep off this dust, make it look good in the end. At this point, if you have weeds in the pathway, I would think about doing some sort of a fabric, garden fabric or tarp or cardboard, something that would give you a little bit of a break from pulling weeds in the bed. Because this is not a bed, this would be a walkway. So if this is more permanent, I would think about doing some sort of fabric. I'm deciding not to do it because even after a couple of years, this is all it was. I mean, it wasn't really that much. There wasn't that many weeds. So I'm going to chance it just like this. But this would be the time, if it's all beautiful and you've got it thinned out, this is the time to put down some sort of a garden fabric. All right, I got this pile down, and I put some mulch in some of where the drip system is, but I got all that up there done, and I'm just going to come in and just Just do a little bit around until it's kind of all gone. I'm going to stop right here because I think that's, I don't know, it looks like about 6 bags. It may not even cover all the way down to here. So, I'm going to get rid of that phlox and put him somewhere. And then we're just going to continue to go down until there is no more. And I'll be done for the day because it's going to rain tomorrow. And a little bit at a time is what I like. These bags took me about 2 hours to get from top to bottom. 6 bags. But you can see that the red mulch, every time I opened up a bag, even though it's the same batch, this is redder than this, redder than that, that's orange. And of course, that's older. So eventually, red mulch does turn orange or pink. They say a lot of times they say that's pink mulch. Fine, because the bricks are kind of pink. I stopped right here, so there's a gap between the old mulch and this, and I'll probably put a line of bricks to end it somewhere. So I'm coming back here and, well, some of it's wet because I just watered it in. You want to water mulch in. The one thing about landscape mulch is red, black, and brown and gravel kind of give you defining lines. I remember when I was a landscaper, the main landscaper at I had 3 Chick-fil-A's, and it was just me, my husband, and my brother who did some of the mowing, and I did all the landscaping, and all I did was mix a red area and some brown, and I got some awards that year for park-like images, and they never have gotten any landscape remarks from corporate, but corporate loved whatever I did, and I was happy about that. But if you step on that, mess it up, like if you have dogs or kids and they put it in the brown, well, now it's mixed and it's so hard to get it out. So if you have an area where no one's going to bother it, then it has a nice mix, a little bit like the California people that do rocks, and they do orange rocks, red rocks, brown, blue, to kind of make a design. That's what mulch does. For the South, we have so much rain. If I did gravel, you would have so many weeds. And also, this is down a hill, and this would be pretty dangerous. Gravel moves, and I would probably slip and fall. Mulch combines and steadies and stays, probably the tightest that I've ever experienced with. I did shells once, just like Waynesburg. I did shells. I've done gravel. Gravel does move. For old people like me, 64, I don't want to be tripping, because this is, okay, I'm going to try to give an incline. This is probably going down like that. It's hard to see that it's going down, but it is. And I would not trust anything but mulch, unless it was more blacktop, but that may be pretty boring. But I'm so happy. I did move the little phlox that was right by the air conditioner, and so Jeffrey's going to fix that area up for the drip system, and so that will be an evergreen. I like phlox, I think, the best. Just look how pretty it is with the new red mulch. Oh my. And the gardens are growing beautifully. Look how pretty. Oh, take a look at your gardens in the spring. It's the best time. This garden is so beautiful. I just love it. When I'm over here and I'm looking at it, and it's going to reveal to me what it has in store. Man, oh man. Look at that. I really do like the red mulch. It really makes a spark. It makes a difference between the brown and the path. Look at down there. Is that not beautiful? What I've decided to do is to carry this red mulch all the way to the shop and this area. I think that will distinguish. This is a bed, that's a bed, this is a bed, and then this is a path, all of that. So you can see where I stopped the mulch, but I don't know. I'm going to do 8 at a time. I just buy 8. And that's not very much. Putting it down is not nearly as hard as taking this up. But this one has, as you can see, it's tarp. There's tarp underneath this. So if I pull all this back, I will just replace it with this red mulch all the way around to the shed and all the way around here. But this mulch is going to go in one of these beds. So it'll either go here, you know, there's some areas where it's just kind of bare, and there's some bare areas right in here. All right, this is a new day, and it's taken me it's taken me a week so far just to get it together. The reason why I have these sticks is I'm trying to test to where I need, whenever I bring a hose up through the center here, the hose gets in this garden, and if I had plants right here, it would just bop them and not make it look good. So I have some sticks put out to make sure, is this how many I need? Can I spread them out further? This seems to work on this side, but this side needs to have closer together because the hose seems to drag that way. So I'll get some stakes or some sort of a hose separator. I'm not sure what it's called, but the little, whatever they're called, to make the hose not come in. So first I'm going to rake. All right, I've taken back all of the mulch, and you can see this bottom part has a tarp. And I'm going to leave it. It worked out really well. It may not match. This is brown and this is red, so I'll see if it does well again. But I think this is all I'm going to get with 10 bags. All right, this took about an hour and a half of work, and I'm so excited. I think I want to do the whole thing in red, but I'm going to drive up and down and see if this is something I like. This took 10 bags. So from here to about right there, you can see all the way around to here. And I did it back in there and inside the shed. It took 10 bags. Here's a balcony view. 10 bags got me, okay, from the shed to that south garden. You can see the tarp. And about there. I like it. So keep moving, keep gardening, and stay creative. And I'll see you next time.